I am your host, Elliot C. Morgan.
We want you to be part of it. We want you to build it.
It's going to be sketches, news, pop culture. It's going to be going outside for a little bit.
It's like Source Man, but not as good.
Quadalogue.
Ooh! Take two!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Your show!
You just got a laugh out of me. That's about it. That someone can put on a loop and make into the next Valleyfolk intro song.
Yeah, good job.
Here it is. Let me bring it up.
Oh, yeah.
It's your burps.
You're a bad person.
Elliot just showed us a dumb picture. Goodbye.
Oh, my
Beautiful.
goodness.
Did you hear that echo?
I felt like we
Yes,
went on a
beautiful.
journey.
We did go on a journey.
Like in a time tunnel
I learned
or
a lot
something.
about my laugh on a loop. I learned a lot about that. It was beautiful.
I learned a lot about my psychosis.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah. Hey
I'm
guys,
healed.
welcome to the Valleycast.
Hello.
We're almost complete again.
We
We're
are
getting
almost.
there.
We're getting there. Yeah, we have Elliot is out in this episode. Unfortunately,
He's in Florida, having
yeah.
a great time.
He just sent
with
us a
his
photo of him
family.
on a paddle boat, like one of those standing ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, good for him.
He probably dropped his phone in the
Good
water
for
right
guarantee.
after.
Like, are we supposed to be happy for him
No.
or like jealous?
I'm jealous.
A little bit of both.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
For sure. I'm
happy for him too.
I'm happy for his happiness.
I mean,
but
I'm definitely
also
happy for
jealous.
his happiness, yeah. But it's like
Yeah.
115 degrees outside, and
It
is
is unreal.
LA's
hot
on
out
fire
here.
again.
And it's also to the point where, like, if you walk outside for 6 seconds, you're like, this is too much. Like, I am gonna die here.
It's you literally walk out the door and get punched in the face
Punched
by
in the face.
temperature.
Yeah.
It hits you.
It's a full. You feel like you feel like you're in a good dang oven.
Well, and it really is the valley,
Yeah.
though, because like
Yeah, that
when
is the
I
thing.
went to the west side over by like Venice and
Yeah, it's
Santa
beautiful.
Monica, and it's just like you get that ocean breeze,
you get
even
that
though it's
mist
hot.
on your car.
It's so
You're like,
nice.
oh.
I might go to the beach this weekend. I'm not much of a beach boy, but I'll go. I like
Wait,
it.
you can wear your caftan.
My
I bought
caftan?
Steve 3 multiple caftans. It's
Are you talking about the moo-moos?
well, I call them caftans because
Oh.
Otherwise.
I didn't know they had such a
yeah,
fun name.
isn't that beautiful?
Andy
Like
Caftan?
Andy Caftan. Andy Caftan.
Is that good beach wear?
I think it is.
I
Because then
betcha.
you're just loosey goosey, breezy beasy.
What if I want to tan a little bit?
Well, then you just take it off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Carol.
Guys, welcome to the Valleycast. I apologize for my low energy. My throat is like literally closing up.
He has been. I mean, also he made us feel his lymph nodes, and it was very scary.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
be
It's just
fine.
the most swollen my tonsils have ever been.
I think
I
you've
just
just
want to
been
get
going
them
ham.
out. I want my tonsils gone.
No,
but
they're
I
there
know.
for protection.
Have they been problematic in the past?
Yeah, it's just like every time I get a sore throat, it goes straight to the tonsils.
That's what they're there for. They're doing their job.
They're
Haven't
filtering
you
out
seen
the
Sesame
naughty.
Street?
I know. I just wish they were gone. I want them gone.
What, you want a throat infection instead? Come
yeah,
on, Steve.
yeah. Because then I could drink tea and like nothing really helps with the tonsil stuff. I could sip the tea. But anyway, guys, welcome to the Valleycast. It's been a bit since I've been on the show.
Yeah,
It's been
it's
two. You missed the last 2
I think
weeks,
it's 2
right?
episodes. Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
I missed last week's episode, but we had a great time.
Yeah. It was
You
good.
guys have
It's
a
good
great
to be
time?
back.
Mr. Peter Rollins was our
Mr.
guest.
Peter Rollins was our
Mr.
guest.
Peter Rollins. He's gonna hate that.
I
did
can't be
that.
bothered to listen to an episode I'm not on, but I'm sure it was good.
It was a different dynamic for sure, but it was good. Peter was an amazing guest. You could tell he was insecure because he felt like he had to be funny.
And you're like,
And you don't
Peter,
have to
you're
be
so
funny.
smart.
You
Like,
would-
you're-
yeah,
he
just
is
be
naturally
you.
funny anyways.
Yeah.
He's a naturally goofy guy. So I always feel like
The best
like,
part was
Pete,
that
don't-
his topic that he brought to the table was pronounce these traditional, uber traditional Irish names.
Oh, I love
So he
that.
just showed us these collection of letters that looks like some
it's
kid
just
threw up his
total- yeah.
alphabet soup, and we would say them inevitably wrong, horribly wrong, like offensively wrong.
Because
And then
Gaelic is a difficult. Gaelic is unreal
well,
hard.
He would do it, and then he'd go, "No, that's wrong." And then we would ask him, "Well, what is it?" And he'd go, "I don't know."
But he knows it's wrong.
Yeah,
it's
but he
wrong.
couldn't pronounce it himself. It was an adorable moment on Podcast Past.
Podcast pass.
Well, welcome to this show where if this is your first time tuning in, I apologize, but it's definitely about the members of the Valleyfolk coming together and just bringing topics to the table, and each of us have a topic.
Yes.
And we're just going to fucking vomit out topics and get them out there to you guys.
so beautiful, Steve.
Hopefully in an entertaining manner while you're on your drive or at school.
I don't mind this low energy because I feel like it's kind of like a nice little like
You're soothing me, baby.
kind of doing
Really?
like yeah.
Your tonsils are like a
you know what
Thai
it is?
masseuse.
It's actually kind of NPR-ish. Do you notice that?
Well,
Where
I'm
it's
glad
just
you
like,
guys are getting enjoyment out of my pain. I
Yeah.
like that.
Hey.
At least someone is.
just trying to make a positive spin out of it.
I like it.
Dingleberry.
I like it.
We could punch you in the face a couple times
Yeah,
and
how
might make
about
things
you like
better.
that? You like that?
The topic that I wanted to talk to you guys today
Is
about
babies.
is fast food fare.
This is good.
So I was listening to another podcast that everybody should listen to
Brag alert.
called the Revisionist History Podcast.
Oh
with
yeah,
Malcolm
listen to ours
Gladwell.
first, and then listen to Revision.
Listen to this one first, but yes, and then
Absolutely.
quite swiftly go over to there. And he takes things from the past and he does deep dives on them. He's a super intelligent guy. He wrote Outsiders. I don't know if you guys
Oh.
read that book.
The old
Are you
book?
talking
Not-
about Malcolm
Oh, not
Gladwell?
The Outsiders.
What did I say?
The Outsiders? I don't know.
You
I
said
could've fucked it up
Outsiders.
just
No,
now.
but I said Gladwell, Malcolm Gladwell.
Oh, you did
yeah,
say
but
that?
Outside. He wrote
Maybe said
the
it.
book Outsiders, not the movie.
Not the movie.
But the
Outsiders.
book?
There's a book called Outsiders,
not
but
the
it's
narrative book.
Not The Outsiders.
Not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Outsiders.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it.
Outsiders.
Because I read The Outsiders in like fourth grade
Yeah,
or
this
something.
is a nonfiction.
I was like, this has got to be a
Pony Boy?
90-year-old man.
This
Yeah,
is the
Pony Boy.
guy that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
responsible
yeah.
for-
Or Boo Radley.
That's
Was Boo
not-
Radley
no,
in The
that's-
Outsiders?
That's no.
Really?
Yeah, that's To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, they fused together. Do you remember A Wrinkle in Time when Boo Radley and Huck Finn were in there?
Who's the one? Who's the
When the
kid
Cat in the
that
Hat
like
bust
would
in?
watch the kids play outside?
I
Is
don't
that Boo
remember.
Radley or is that Pony Boy?
That's Boo Boo Bear. It's actually
That's Pony Radley. All right, Joe.
So,
Go ahead.
anyways,
Yeah.
in his podcast, he focuses on things in history and does an elaborate deep dive on them. And he's the type of guy that he doesn't think A to B, he thinks A to B to C to D, and he's just
beautiful.
an intelligent human
Yeah.
that is really fun to listen to. But one of the things that he deep dived on was how McDonald's French fries tasted better
yeah.
back in the day, and they were literally the best French fry he had ever had. And they
Wait,
don't
who
taste like
did?
that.
Where did I hear
He
this?
just was saying this.
We were
Remember,
talking
he would
about
just,
You were telling us
2
this.
days
Yeah,
ago,
that's
yeah.
right. That's right.
So they back in when he first had them, 70s or whenever, and when McDonald's French fries were literally the best thing on the planet, they were deep fried in beef tallow, which is incredibly bad for you, but also
Horribly bad.
incredibly
So good.
delicious.
It's just
Yeah.
delicious.
And that changed in the 90s due to one man who had a heart attack. He had a crusade to make America healthier, and he took on McDonald's by himself and then took him to task in the media, and it was a huge thing. He ends up winning.
Michael Moore.
Pretty damn straight, pretty close. So he ends up winning. Long story short, it's different oils now that McDonald's fries are.
Wow, so that guy,
are fried in.
that guy
So it's like-
ruined McDonald's, but
yeah.
also like saved a lot of people.
Saved a ton of people probably because beef tallow is, if I'm not wrong, it's just rendered fat, right? It's just rendered fat from beef. Now, we were camping recently with my folks and everything. My mother is Southern, and my mother's deep Southern, Tennessee, and my daddy's Kansas. And
Her nickname's Tallow.
her nickname's Beef Tallow. No, Delman is
Queef Tallow.
Queef Tallow. That's her nickname. Don't ever say it differently. No, but Delvin was like,
We're sorry, Lee's mom.
yeah, she's fine. She doesn't listen. She's cool. She's got a lot of work to do, changing the world with her beef tallowness. No, but we were cooking, and she was like, "Oh, I saved the bacon fat from this because like that's such a Tennessee thing of like saving bacon fat to cook any vegetable or anything in, which is why the South is so unhealthy." And Dylan's just like, what? Like, why? Like, he was like, it's so messed up. Like, what are you doing? And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, this is very common.
Because
Like,
it's delicious.
it's delicious.
The tradition of making tamales it includes mantequilla, which is basically like lard. You guys know what lard is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And adding lard to tamales is what makes them like so fucking good.
delicious.
But it's just like it'll kill you.
Well,
It'll kill
gotta
we
eat
had
them
a
in
friend
moderation, not
forever-
every-
Well, that's the thing. That's
every
the
day.
thing.
No,
Like even if
come on.
McDonald's in another weird dimension, McDonald's kept their recipe. We just didn't shove them into our mouths the way that we do now. You know.
Yeah. No, but that is. I mean, I had a friend for years that would always get a bean and cheese burrito from this place, and she was like, "It's just so much better than every other place." She was vegetarian. She was like, "I'm
man.
vegetarian." She found out way later on that they like cooked
Oh,
it in
no.
beef lard.
Of course.
And she was just like, "I don't fucking care. I'm gonna still."
And then you
eat
go,
it."
and then you're like, okay, well, let me go get this like
cows.
this black bean like
Yeah.
gluten-free tortilla like
Balls.
burrito, and you're just like, this tastes like
Full
absolute
balls.
balls. Like
Full
yeah,
balls.
someone put like
full. It's dry, full balls.
dirt and
Yeah.
grass into a fucking paper plate, and then you ate it. You
Oh,
rolled a paper
delicious.
plate around dirt.
Great. And
Here's
it has
here's a
with
gluten-free-
a hint of cilantro.
Yeah, yeah.
Favorite bam.
I think I got
fast
it.
food items.
I think I got mine too.
I think mine is a fucking orange chicken
Ooh.
bowl from Panda Express.
Oh,
Does that count?
With fried rice. Yeah, that's fast food.
Oh, I don't know.
it's
yeah.
borderline. It's on.
It
It's
is
on the edge.
borderline.
I mean,
Alright.
it's I don't know. I would
Orange
consider it
chicken
orange
bowl.
chicken bowl with
Okay.
fried rice.
Okay.
It's delicious. Now
and-
I change mine.
And an Arby's beef and cheddar.
Good choice, my friend. I
Yeah.
didn't think anybody was going to drop some Arby's. I
Oh,
think
dude.
that
Did
is
you
great.
guys know that Arby's
Beef and
sounds
cheddar
for
is the best.
Arby's roast beef? I
yeah.
just learned that the other day and it really messed me
Yeah,
up. It
it's a
kind of
good
did
one.
like a nosebleed thing on there. I was like,
And obviously my third, I there's no contest. McDonald's chicken McNuggets.
oh wow!
I know it's two birds I'm bringing because I'm bringing the orange
No,
chicken.
I think it's really
and I'm
good
but
for
that's what I
you.
want.
Chicken
Yeah.
McNuggets.
I mean, I know I would miss pizza a lot, and pizza isn't a fast food item, so I don't
No,
think
not
you would
really.
count
No,
that
I
in this
wouldn't- I
island
wouldn't let you
scenario.
do
I,
that.
we're barely
Yeah.
letting you count Panda Express.
I
Just
know.
an FYI.
I would miss pizza so much, but I think I'd be good because I've got some
Chicken
regions
nuggets
going on here.
Arby's beef and cheddar.
beef and
Ooh,
cheddar.
good.
Yeah.
And Panda
And a Panda
Express.
Express
That's a
orange
pretty good
chicken bowl.
threesome. I like
Yeah.
that.
All
That's
right.
really good. Are you missing anything from Taco Bell? Like, are you hurting?
I mean, I love Taco Bell so much.
but it's not on your top three.
It can't be an island thing for me. It
can't.
just can't. Like I
Because of your
would
butt?
miss my loose heritage and with like Americanized Mexican food, but yeah, I mean, I love Taco Bell. I love it, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm so happy
yeah.
with your Arby's choice.
Yeah, man.
See, another secret that I think kind of gets overlooked in the
Arby's
fast
is
food.
great. People shit on Arby's, but
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
like
it's
it.
really good.
They're hard to find around here.
And if you
They are
want to
hard
feel
to
good,
find.
there's like two. If you want to feel good about yourself at an Arby's, you grab one of those home style sandwiches.
Those
that
are
they
great.
do. Yeah, those
Dude,
are
I
good.
dropped a ton of weight just eating the there was like a ranch
packet, just ranch,
just
packet.
ranch dressing. Just drank it straight up. Ate nothing else.
low fat ranch dressing.
No, it was like a ranch chicken like
Oh, yeah.
sandwich. One of those.
Yeah.
What did you call those? Market fresh.
I think Market Fresh. Right?
Whatever
Is that
those
what it was?
Market Fresh
Home
ones are.
style Market
And I
Fresh.
would eat one half for lunch, and I'd save the other half for dinner, and that's like all
Yeah.
I ate for like months, and I dropped like a ton of weight. It was
They're
great.
good.
Crazy.
Lee, do you know where you're
Love
at?
it.
Or do you-
I know where I'm at. I'm getting a little curveball because of stupid Steve and his brilliant Panda Express idea.
Yeah, man.
Right on the edge,
All right.
right there.
I'm going to
Yeah.
have to do it because now I can't stop thinking about it. I'm
Uh-oh.
going to do the same thing, but instead of fried rice, I'm going chow mein.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, that
Chow
chow
mein.
mein's
Orange
real
chicken.
good.
So you
Orange
guys are
chicken
orange
bowl.
chicken boys and girls.
Orange chicken
Yeah.
chow mein bowl.
Because that orange chicken is just like
just
it's
next
crack.
level. It is. I can never not get it.
Yeah,
Like it's one
it's
of
just
those where I'm like,
sugary
Yeah, I'm more
crack.
of I'm a
Stupid.
kung pao guy.
Yeah?
I need
You
a
like
little
that
bit.
kick?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so you're going orange
I'm
chicken
going
chow
that,
mein.
And then my
You going
second
bowl?
item is I'm going bowl.
Yeah.
My second item is an In-N-Out burger. It's a
In-N-Out?
classic,
Yeah.
delicious
I
In-N-Out
will miss
burger.
In-N-Out. Double or
It's
just a regular?
Regular. Actually, like regular cheeseburger.
Yeah, I had one the other day,
Beautiful.
and it was
There's-
perfect.
I always
Nothing.
get extra pickles. He would hate that. but
Does it
I
have
always-
pickles in it?
I get extra
Oh.
pickles.
I asked for it,
Just-
no tomato, no onion.
I get
I
no
get extra
tomato.
pickles. And sometimes, depending on my mood, I'll ask him to chop up the chilies and put them in there,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
They're
really good.
they're just so hospitable. They'll do whatever
They're
you
like-
You
want.
can ask for
angels.
anything well done.
Yeah, I
there.
asked for a
They're
Fiat
accommodating.
last time.
and they gave you one.
I think when it comes to fast food fare, there is nothing that tops the first 3 bites of an In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, man.
This
but
is
there's
actually
nothing
experience.
that
This
is
is
as
such a
bad as
tangent.
10 minutes after.
No,
No, that's not
true.
true.
I feel
That's
like
not
you're in
true.
garbage
Totally not
towns
true.
immediately.
We're both.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Not true at all.
Did we lose it? Did we
They
lose
blinked at us.
our editing? It might. Okay, we're still going. I think
Okay,
we're still
blinked at
recording.
us.
It might have split
I
it
saw
into
him
two.
blink at us.
Oh, is that what it's been doing?
It might have split it into two
That's
clips.
so
Here we
weird.
go.
My screen
Wait.
looks fine.
But I'm saying it's worth it.
It is
In-N-Out
worth
Burger
it.
is so good, but I feel like afterwards you're gonna feel it.
No,
Interesting.
Not always.
I don't get that.
I will say this.
I guess it's just me.
This is a very side tangent. Shake Shack is a very popular, hugely
Oh,
popular.
fuck, Shake
hold
Shack.
on,
Dude,
hold on.
you're on an island now.
Hold on,
Shake
you're not.
Shack
No,
is
it's
decimated.
fine. I just
You can't
forgot about
change
Shake
it.
Shack.
Okay.
It's so good.
Shake Shack is good, but Shake Shack opened right down the street from Delman and I, and we were there
man,
like
I'm
the
so
first
sorry.
week. And we went because we'd heard everything about it. Every New Yorker was like, it's just as good as In-N-Out, probably better. It was like it's like a rivalry between the two. Like there's a rivalry between Shake Shack and In-N-Out. And so we
And
went
Five
there,
Guys.
and Five Guys. Five Guys is the shit.
I've never had it. I still have not had
Steve,
it. Yeah.
Good God.
I haven't had it either.
Wow.
Oh my God, can we go
We should
as
get
like
Five
an Out
Guys.
Yonder
Let's find a Five
segment?
Guys.
Steve, we should
I know
go
where we
to
should
Five
go.
Goes.
Five
Oh,
Goes.
I'm gonna go home.
We can Zara goes to
Bye.
Five Guys
We should go to Five Guys for lunch.
and do a video, make a video of our
Yeah,
first
we're gonna
Five
have
Guys
to.
experience.
We're gonna have to
okay.
because you guys are gonna lose your mind.
All
It is
right.
delicious. But and we were at Shake Shack and the manager came up. We ordered
Let me go to the
normal
urgent care
things.
first and get my antibiotics.
Probably.
I'm gonna bring my antibiotics to the island.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I'm gonna get rid of that Arby's beef and
Oh
cheddar.
yeah, fuck all that food. I'm gonna need my Prozac. Can I make Prozac?
I was thinking mascara. I was like, I'm gonna need mascara and tampons. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna fucking need.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So we were at Shake Shack and the manager comes up and he comes up to us and he's like, "You guys having a good time?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's great." And he's like, "Would you say it's better than In-N-Out?"
Oh no, don't do that. Say like we're leaving.
Andrew Delman goes, "Get out of here." I looked at him straight in the face.
That's
and goes,
so Delman thing.
"Get out of here." And he's like, the guy like didn't know how to take it because he didn't know it was a joke, and he's like, "Oh, enjoy your food."
Yeah,
That is
I would
so
be like,
funny.
I
He
would
was
get up
so
and leave.
upset, but he just literally was like,
Would you?
"Get
Would you
out."
say
Like,
it's better than
What a
In-N-Out?
bastard.
It was just that he didn't know who he was dealing with, and Delman was just like, "Get out."
He was just, this guy's
Who
just
is this
learning how to
guy?
talk to customers.
Yeah.
And they're like, here's a fun one. Just ask if they think it's better than In-N-Out. You'll get a great discussion
Oh.
out of them.
And Delman just stabs
Get
him,
out.
stabs
Hello
him
there,
with a
little
butter
lady.
knife.
Are you enjoying your burger today?
Oh,
Would
you
you
know
say
what
it's better than sex?
You know what I'd like to do? If I could combine some things, I would take the
can't
bread
combine.
from Shake Shack
And
and
put
put
it on
the
an
In-N-Out burger
Yeah,
and
I
fix
thought
it
about that.
inside.
I thought about that a lot.
Because the bread is like next level, like
It's
bun.
unreal.
Have you had the stuffed like mushroom burger from?
It's all right.
Jesus fucking God! It was like it was heaven, dude.
He's in love.
Oh, dude, I and it's a vegetarian burger. It's not even a
No, it
burger.
is
It's
delicious.
It's literally
It
like
is. Mm-hmm.
a mushroom. It's like a portobello mushroom that they like hollowed out, and then they just like stuck like gooey like mozzarella cheese inside of it, and then they fry the whole outside of the mushroom.
Yeah.
And then they shove it into a burger.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling
it.
you,
It's pretty good.
the like the cheese grease that comes out of it will burn a hole in the table like in Aliens when the blood goes through the hull of the
Don't
spaceship.
stab the burger.
But it's so good.
So good.
It's
Okay,
so
you can't
good.
change your thing.
No,
You
I
still
won't
have
change
to-
it. And I wouldn't,
Wait,
even if I
what-
could.
where
my
are you at?
final item, and this is so ridiculous.
Wait,
but
what
my
were your
final-
first two?
My first two was
Orange chicken,
chicken with
chow
chow mein.
mein bowl, and then In-N-Out burger.
In-N-Out
And
burger.
then here's my final because I have such a sweet tooth.
Ooh.
I know.
Dessert.
Dessert, and it's gonna have to be McDonald's apple pie.
Whoa.
Oh, that's good. I
It's
like
so
that.
good. It's one of those where like I still, if I eat it, I'm like, this is delicious.
Another
It's-
thing
it's
that if
just
McDonald's apple
delicious.
pie.
if McDonald's
That's
serves it hot, it's next level. But it's
Yeah.
one of those things. If you get one
But
of those
also,
old dead corpses that
can't
they
think of-
ferry into your mouth, it's a sarcophagus of dead fruit.
Oh
No,
my God.
thank you.
Joe's the guy that's like, "Can please make sure it's
Sarcophagus
warm."
of dead
No,
fruit.
that's the thing.
That is-
I'm
it is
the
a-
guy that'll complain on a podcast.
The fruit
3
coffin.
months later.
The fruit coffin.
But
It is a fruit
if
coffin.
I get my shitty apple pie, I'll eat it. I'll cry. But I'm not the guy that ever goes back and goes, this not warm enough.
subpar.
I would take
not that
the cinnamon twists from Taco Bell over the apple pie from McDonald's.
I don't know. I love that apple
I don't
pie.
even know if they
Those
have
are
the
like-
cinnamon twists
they're
anymore.
just so like
Well, I
it's like a
figured if I'm on an
snake shed
island-
its skin.
No,
in
I
a
love
bakery.
those.
Crunchy cinnamon
Yeah,
snake
there's just
skin.
not a lot to it. just there and gone.
What I'm saying
true.
is, I know that on an apple pie, in the hot heat, I could place it on a rock and toast that baby right up.
You definitely could do that.
Yeah, and after all the ants and scorpions come for it,
See?
One of those apple pie scorpions.
what would Elliot pick, you think? The McRib?
Oh, I know. I think he'd pick a Big Mac. He loves the Big
Big
Mac.
yeah.
He'd
He'd be like a
In-N-Out
Jack and
as
Coke,
well.
probably would be one.
Yeah, definitely any alcohol.
And he would do something from Taco Bell. He loves the nachos.
yeah.
He loves the cheesy gordita crunch.
Elliot
Yeah.
has a strange taste
He
in
actually
a unique way, though.
I'm actually getting him everything he gets when he's drunk.
Yeah.
Like those are all I've been in the front of the car when he's been like cheesy crunch. I've been like, all right,
all
I'll
right,
take two
Joe.
of those.
Some things that you might not expect. The first one
Wow.
is the original crispy chicken sandwich from Burger King. The long
the long one, yeah.
It's hot, it's juicy,
Yeah.
they
They put too much mayo on it,
it's
and I love
not
that.
over the top. The lettuce you're actually glad that crap
It's
ton
chili
of lettuce.
and that's
is
all
there.
it is. It's the simplest
Yeah.
sandwich that exists.
But it's
yeah.
so good and it's satisfying and it's the
It is
kind
good.
that like you finish it and you go, okay, I want a second one, but it was big enough because it looked like a goddamn sub sandwich that I don't
Yeah.
freaking need it.
And the bread's real good,
The
too.
bread is real
Yeah,
good.
surprisingly delicious.
Yeah, that's a great sandwich. I haven't had that in a long time.
Sometimes they'll put a little twist on it and they'll throw some spicy in it. You can get the spicy chicken sandwich, which is the same chicken, but
Yeah,
it's,
it's just it's
How's
great.
that? You like that?
It's good, baby.
Wow. Okay.
It's good. It's muy caliente.
Steve, that was Spanish for very hot.
Oh, thank you.
You're very
the
welcome.
Spanish for I like it in my mouth.
Thank you. I thank you for the translation. I
You're
appreciate
very welcome.
You are welcome. Get better.
it. Thank you.
I really enjoy that.
That's your breakfast.
I
Okay,
think
what's your
my
lunch?
second one.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about breakfast.
I know. I didn't want to tell you.
Yeah, fast food breakfast
Yeah.
scares me. However,
No way, man.
No way, man.
McDonald's
Steve
biscuits.
and I are big breakfast babies.
Bacon, eggs,
I
bacon,
grew
egg,
up
and
on
cheese
their
biscuit.
hash brown, which was really good.
Sure.
I liked the
Steve and I have
McDonald's
pitched
hash
this
brown.
show multiple times. Actually, this is the first time I'm mentioning it, but Breakfast Babies would be
Yeah,
our show
yeah.
on any Food Network. It would just be
Yeah.
us going around the entire world trying
the
different
best breakfast
breakfasts because
stuff,
we're
yeah.
such big breakfast
I
babies.
like breakfast. Like you can go to a good breakfast house, like a sit down. I'm not talking IHOP, but like good
But you know, like the
diner.
McDonald's biscuit,
Fast
bacon,
food
egg, and
br-
cheese
I'm not
biscuit.
An egg guy.
Cheese?
I'm not an egg guy, so
yeah.
fast food breakfast is, and fast food sausage is
Yeah.
always like suspect. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just is.
Yeah.
You just know there's something wrong with it because there's something wrong with sausage in general.
Yeah.
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 You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah,
Right?
and when you go fast food breakfast, you're like, oh, it's really early for this sausage.
Yeah.
Where'd you get
Early
this
for this
sausage, you guys?
sausage.
I really enjoy the chicken bacon and Swiss from Arby's.
Ah. Is that your second choice?
Yeah, that would be my other. It's been a while
Chicken
since
bacon
I've
Swiss.
had
Joe's
it.
gonna die.
We either
on
need to
this
go to
island.
Arby's after this or Five Guys, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna have
It's
to go
so
to Five
good.
Guys.
I kind of want to be better. I want to be not as ill for Five Guys.
Yeah,
Like, not as sick as
that
I am
tracks.
right now.
Yeah,
That tracks.
I get it.
But I can go for some Arby's. That'll feel like when I was sick as a little boy, my dad would bring home Arby's for all of us. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, my dad loves
baby.
Arby's too, and he'd bring us Arby's all the time.
That's really
Thanks for the
sweet.
diabetes, Dad. Thanks for the high cholesterol.
Side of
Dad.
diabetes. If I was a youngin,
Mm-hmm.
if I was still 15, my third choice would be the McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah, man, that's a good
no
burger.
tomatoes, pickles, or onions. It's just ketchup and cheese.
Wow, plain
and,
Jane.
And it's good, and I love it, but I'm not there anymore, and I'm going to be boring. And I think I like Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich
Sandwich.
for my third.
Wendy's nuggets are good.
And,
Yeah, they'd
and
be
their
good.
spicy nuggets are also
They're real good.
very
I
good.
just go for the regular nuggets.
Lot
So
of-
we've
lot
been
of chicken
talking about
dishes
fast
from
food
this
for
guy.
about 72 minutes.
It's definitely
now.
40 minutes of fast food talk.
Awesome. We did good. When you're full of a bunch of fast food, I think you need a good night's rest.
That's right, Joe. And I
Nice.
appreciate you segueing me into our first sponsor, which is Casper.
Bop.
Guys, Casper is just a sleep brand that continues to revolutionize its line of products to create an exceptionally comfortable sleep experience one night at a time. Now, what are the benefits of Casper, you ask?
I did.
Well, their mattresses are designed by humans for humans. The original Casper mattress combines multiple supportive memory foams for a quality sleep surface with just the right sink and just the right bounce.
That sounds comfortable.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm going to get to that part. Casper's breathable design helps you sleep cool and regulate your body temperature through the night, which means in this disgusting heat of the valley that some of us have to sleep in.
It's 112 degrees right now, by the way.
It's insane.
And some of you have real tall husbands that like to touch you at night. And you're like, get off me.
I totally get that. But Casper mattresses, their breathable design helps you sleep cool, which is really great. It regulates your body temperature. And they're not just a mattress company, guys. Casper offers a wide array of products to ensure an overall better sleep experience.
True.
And the mattresses are made in the USA.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you want to buy a Casper mattress, it's super easy. You just order it online. It's delivered to your door in a compact box, and there's free shipping and free returns to the US and Canada. And there is a risk-free 100-day trial.
Come on.
Considering, and listen, guys, considering that we spend 1/3 of our lives on a mattress, it's so important to truly sleep on a mattress before committing. That's why Casper gives you the 100 night to try it out.
I am positive
That's
I
a lot
spend
of
more
nights.
than 1/3 of my life on a
Yeah.
mattress.
Yeah.
I know me, and I'm positive it's definitely half my life.
Yeah, so I just got a Casper mattress in the mail, and it comes in like this box that you can't believe a mattress is in.
Yes, yeah.
And it's insane. And then when you open it up, it's just like this rolled up, almost like sleeping bag type
that's
thing.
beautiful.
And you're just like, this is a mattress? How could it be? And then you basically just like slice the plastic carefully, and then it just like becomes a magical, comfy cloud mattress
It, like,
right before your eyes.
Unfolds itself like a Jim Henson creation
Oh,
of
I
love
imagination
it.
and love.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I recommend playing a nice classical piece of music as it
Oh.
as it unfolds.
Or like even like the
Yeah.
Is that Ari? Is that Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So guys, you can get $50 towards select mattresses by visiting casper.com/valleycast and using the promo code Valleycast at checkout. And of course, terms and conditions apply. That's $50 towards select mattresses by visiting casper.com/valleycast using the promo code Valleycast at checkout.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
baby.
Casper.
Yeah. Thank you, Casper.
Yes.
You guys do it for your back and do it for us. Let's help each other out and move on to the next topic.
Yeah, and have a nice sleep, huh? So my topic is simply virtual reality. Like
Ooh.
I'm obsessed with virtual reality.
You are.
Joe, you won
I won an
Vive?
HTC Vive at VidCon this year
Yeah.
for rocking this game.
so cool.
It's called Sweet Escape, as from Reality Smash.
Nice work, Joe.
It was a fun little game, and they were a bunch of cool guys, and they had a little competition. And lucky for me, it was kind of like hidden away, I think, in a harder part of VidCon for
Yeah.
people to find.
It was really around the corner in
Yeah.
in an area that felt like, is this still VidCon?
It was like finding the Wish machine in Big.
yeah. And your wish was to get an HTC
Yeah.
Vive.
Yeah,
And
they were a
you
bunch
got
of
it.
cool guys, and they're sending it our way, and they've offered to help set it up in the office and stuff. So
That's so cool.
We're gonna have some
Can't
VR
wait.
here.
I fucking love VR. I'm all about it. I'm going to be with VR for a very long time. I'll be an advocate for it. But I want to know, what was your guys' first experience with VR where you were like, holy shit, this is something special and different and I
yeah.
love this?
Lee, do you know?
I mean, I'm trying to think of like, there was a couple places where I actually like went to a friend's house and tried it, and I was like, oh no. But I got a different vibe from it in the beginning. In the beginning, I literally kind of went to Black Mirror with it, and I was like, this can get scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
This can get
interesting.
like that's where my mind went.
certainly
It's like,
could.
It certainly could. Like it certainly could get to the point where you're like, I can't differentiate. Like,
Or I just don't want to live in the real world anymore. Yeah.
Very much so. And I really do feel like, it's like, one, we are in a virtual reality right now. We're all computers. Well,
Oh, no.
But
We're not going there.
We
with
lost
this topic.
Link.
Oh
okay.
no.
Well, I'm just saying, just think about it. But flat Earth. But it really was one of those that I was just like, this is too much. I was at my friend Barrick's house, and he like,
That's not a real name.
it is his real name. Isn't that crazy?
You made that up.
No, it's his real name, Barrick Hardley. He's
I mean,
an
if you're gonna make
incredible
up names,
artist.
at least like just use real names.
Yeah, well, I was at Jarek's house.
Oh, is that the guy that lives next to Balabo?
Here's the
yeah,
thing.
and
He-
Zarek.
Barrick always got really mad because people kept calling him Barack, and he was like, that's Barrick.
Okay.
That's okay.
Did their
Like,
parents just not know what the letter D was? Or?
they're like, I like D. Derek. Well, I like Barry. Barrick. No, I was at my friend Barrick's house, and we did like some shark one, and I literally was.
Oh yeah.
It's that classic.
Yeah.
You know, and
PSVR has a shark thing.
It was truly terrifying, and I really was like, oh no, and I went into a weird hole where I was like, this is gonna get to the point where it's like real, and like you can touch and feel a woman, you can do all these things that
it's
you're
coming,
like,
man.
It's coming.
Figuratively and literally.
Coming.
I my favorite is showing like people from my dad's generation VR.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's just like, what is happening in your
My
head?
dad is visiting. I should bring him over.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, seriously, bring him over and we'll show him VR.
Yes.
Dude, it's amazing to watch our parents try it because it's like
They always fall.
they look at cell phones. They look at cell
Right into
phones
the
and they're
coffee
like,
table.
what is this? They look at video games and they're like, this looks like a movie. But you throw them into virtual reality and it's like, what are their brains
Yeah.
thinking, you know?
Well, it's such a weird thing too because it really is. I think it's getting so much better, and I do think it's getting so immersive. I do think that we're gonna start getting to that point where we're gonna be like, is this a lot? Is this too? Everyone's always felt that way about games. Period. Like whether or not it's the violent aspects of this, whether or not it's like the fact that it immerses you so much that people will spend like 72 hours gaming, you know, and without.
But the world is catching up. Like the fear. There's a slow acceptance happening, and it's where we're seeing it right now in the mainstream is with esports. It's huge. Places like ESPN are covering it now. It's the crossover is happening, and we are years away from having Ready Player One-esque. Just like people put on it's Second Life shit.
Totally.
Yeah.
They'll put on the helmet, they'll go, and that's where they get. That's where they live. There's probably going to be jobs within virtual reality
I think there
worlds
is
that are built
definitely
up.
going to be doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real.
Well, there's like kind of like off the point a little bit. There's a Skyrim VR experience on the PlayStation, and it was like so cool and so amazing that I was like, I had to force myself to stop playing it and just forget it exists as much as I possibly could.
Because you get lost
It's
in
just incredible. It's just like you're in a Lord of the Rings world and you with your controller, this is your sword and shit, and it's just like it's amazing.
Though, I have a question for you because for me, like I'm a big like outdoor person. I like love that, and like to me, like you sit in the middle of Yosemite and there's nothing like it. Like it's just like air, smell, sound, everything that kind of just messes you up on that level. You know when you get like messed up from that kind of stuff when you're just like I'm humbled, I'm nothing. But do you ever feel like it'll reach that level? Like, do you ever feel like it'll reach?
Yeah, because with the newest Resident Evil game, they had like this candle you could buy that you could light while you're playing Resident Evil, and it smells like a moldy, dilapidated house. And you light the candle, and then like I had like a fan that I had set to just one that was like pointed at me, and it's just like, okay, my brain understands that I'm now in this house.
See, Lee,
it's crazy.
Would you? I mean, so you're in a room, and let's say you're on a treadmill because they have these multi-directional. But listen, they have these multi-directional treadmills now.
Okay. All right. What a hypothetical.
Next, you're going to say she has a friend named Barrick.
You can't. He owns a parrot. It's just a parrot, mispronounced.
It's a parrot in a bear costume.
Poor bear.
You can't go to Yosemite for whatever reason anymore, and
I'm crippled. And
let's say you're,
or tourists ruined it or something.
you just don't have the money, but you can put on a VR helmet. You can. You can
that's
walk
beautiful.
around.
That's so
all
beautiful.
Of there. You've got fans on, like you said. There's smells being pumped into the room. The multi-directional treadmill you're on makes it feel like
when
you're
I'm like
walking
too
through
old
it.
and I can't do anything.
Like,
that's beautiful. That is really
you
beautiful.
can be transported.
God, that's gorgeous.
Artificially now in a lot of ways.
That's really beautiful. I never thought about it in that sense because that is actually really beautiful for like people that don't have the opportunity to do that. That's kind of.
I mean, and that's
gorgeous.
the thing. There's companies
like,
are
I'll never go to
seeing-
space, and I am sad about that.
I'm totally fine with not going to space, but I will go to VR space.
When I was younger, I wanted to be an astronaut,
Sure,
but I
yeah.
couldn't because of my heart and also math. Like,
And
also,
genetics.
I'm a full moron. We have a sponsor.
Yeah.
We have a
Learning.
new.
We have another new sponsor.
Whoa!
And
Oh,
we
look
also
listen.
have
Pew, pew.
we have a police cavalcade to take us into this. It's going to be great.
It's beautiful.
Hey guys, have you heard of Skillshare?
I have.
Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, business, technology, and more. Arts and crafts, a lot of stuff. Photoshop, anything that you're interested in. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes on most topics, so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love.
Yeah.
What kind of work do you love, Steve?
Fun with having fun with my friends. And
Okay. All right. You're okay. Yeah. I like arts and crafts.
Yeah, there's definitely classes on arts and crafts.
Isn't it fun with your friends class?
yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
it's a
there really is.
Photoshop class. You can actually add friends
Okay.
in there.
Cool,
with your,
I like that.
you
There
got
are
it.
Photoshop classes, ones that
What about
I've
editing?
actually
Is there
used.
editing?
There's editing.
Sure.
There
There's
we go,
graphic
there we go. I
design.
like
if
that.
Oh,
you're
that's
interested
actually
in the
one that I
graphic
do
design.
want to do.
There's a lot of options that you can jump into, and you should, because you need to improve yourself for you.
That's so true. You
like
do.
that? You like that? Skillshare is also more affordable than the most learning platforms out there. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month.
That's good.
The first 500 people to use our promo link in the description will get their first 2 months free. Try it out, risk-free. 2-month trial. Go to skl.sh/Valleycast to start your trial now. That is skl.sh/Valleycast to start your
Beautiful.
trial now.
And you got 2 months free, so then that
Yeah,
monthly
on us.
price goes down significantly.
2 months free is huge, so go check it out and let us know on Twitter what classes you found and that you took.
Yeah, Photoshop us.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Thank you, Skillshare. And
Yes.
on to Lee.
I brought a topic to the table that both of you know nothing about, and I love you very much. No, not that you know nothing about it. But neither of you watch Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
However, both of us know that we want to.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that is key.
I
'cause
just
both of
finished
you know-
Westworld, so I'm down to start a new show.
I would contend Handmaid's is better.
Ooh,
And I've
bold
watched both.
statement.
I've watched both
Bold.
through and through. I've watched both, and I contend Handmaid's is better. It's incredible. I did the thing where I waited very long so I would have multiples, because it was kind of one of those that the story is so good and captivating that I knew for the second season I would need to have at least 3 under my belt that I could watch in succession. So I literally was aching for it. It's so unreal. It's on Hulu. The storyline is so good. The storytelling is so good. It's all post-apocalyptic world. If all this insane madness went over, it is a little disconcerting because there's a lot of stuff happening in our world today that
You're noticing some parallels.
I'm noticing some
that are giving
parallels,
you
and as a
anxiety.
woman, I am a little scared about it. But it's for the aesthetics alone. I don't know any other show that is this as beautiful as this.
You're appreciating the production value.
The production value is incredible. I mean, every shot is amazing. The world building aspect of everything. The only one I can honestly tack it up to is Game of Thrones. In the beauty of it, in the aesthetics, in how far they go for production. That's the only one that I can contribute.
You contend it has a great vision and that they
it's
are
unreal. The biggest
pulling it
thing that
off.
I've been noticing is the storytelling is incredible. What's her name? Atwood, that wrote the book. Unreal.
Yeah.
It's beautiful stuff. But the last episode the second to last episode that I saw, the title is Holly of the episode. And I was like, this episode alone will get her the nomination, if not just solidify the Emmy nomination. Elizabeth Moss, who's the lead in it, she was in Mad Men. She's incredible. She's unreal in this. I haven't seen anything like this on television. There's scenes in that last episode that I literally was like, I've never in my life watched anything like this on TV or on a platform like this. It was unreal. I can't spoil it, so it's always kind of really difficult.
right.
But
So you're coming at it and saying
I'm
you
coming
love
at it and saying
the words that came out, but you also liked how the
the
actress
acting
said
is
them.
all the acting is so good. But the biggest thing with this was I was telling Delman about it, my husband, but it was an episode that shook me for a very long time.
It latched onto your brain?
It latched onto my brain. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I still can't stop thinking about it. I'll be driving and just kind of think about it, and I'll tear up. I genuinely will tear up and just be like, oh my God. We were in our parlor room the other day. We call it a parlor room. It's weird. But we were in a parlor room the other day, and Dylan's like, you
It's their
okay?
bathroom. I don't know why they
no,
call
it's
it
just
the
a
parlor.
bathroom.
It's
It's
very
got a toilet in the
strange, yeah.
corner,
What
and
makes
it's
it the
got
parlor?
a pheasant on the right.
Is there a bar in it?
There's a bar in it. There's a player piano in it. There's a pheasant. There's a jackalope.
In your bathroom? That's weird.
Yeah, you're welcome. No, but it's Delvin Miller is like, you okay? I was like, just thinking about Handmaid's Tale. Like,
3 days later.
Oh, weeks later. I
Wow.
was shook, fully
That's
shook.
how I get with Black Mirror.
So
Black
that's
Mirror
what,
stays
Black
with
Mirror
me.
stays with me. So my question, because I can't spoil anything, and you guys should just absolutely watch it, and then we can scream about it together. I was at a party for 4th of July, and like me and this one girl started talking about it, and we just went into a weird corner, like, and then this, and then this, and they're like, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "Yes, leave us alone. We're talking about Handmaid's Tale." But it's so good. So what's one of those that like shook you? For me, prior to this, the only thing that affected me, that was just my hand going on this. The only thing that affected me like this was Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad had certain things that would happen that I would be like,
You're saying moments that would stick
moments,
with you, and
acting that would stick with you, storylines that would
can
stick with
you
you so
give
hard.
us a specific moment or two from Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it's long enough,
we can
right?
talk
I
about
can
it.
spoil that.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
Yeah. Why
so
not?
in
Sure.
I don't care. The one that stuck with me so bad is when he found Jesse's girlfriend aspirating and then like left her there to die.
Made the active choice.
Made the active
selfish
choice of
active
letting
choice.
her die.
Yeah, there's something
That
very
one
powerful
really-
about. So usually in TV shows and stuff like that, the most powerful moments are moments of action.
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
somebody chooses to do something and then that choice leads to a certain type of consequence. That one was very affecting because he made the choice not to act, and in not acting affected us more than anything that else
Yes.
that he could have ever
Yeah.
done.
And it sparked a lot of conversation the next day too, because it's like I remember thinking like, "Fuck, that absolutely had to happen," because
had
they
to
were
happen.
they were
Yeah.
extorting Walt
Yes.
and they were gonna disappear. And then I don't know, it was just.
But
and,
then
but
it
then
also
it was
like you see the struggle
Yeah.
within him too,
Yeah.
of just like how hard that was to, and in a weird way you're like, well, technically he didn't do anything, but he didn't not do something. You know what I mean? Like that was such a difficult thing because if he wasn't there, she would have aspirated and died. Like that's it.
For
She
me,
would've-
Breaking Bad for sure is like it was the first time I understood why, because I would always think about like when people watch sports, and when they get up and scream
Yes,
at the TV
yes,
and like
yeah.
like come on,
Yeah.
like I've always been like, what is making you do that? Like
that's for sure
Breaking
one of
Bad
those.
did that to
you
me.
would scream at Breaking Bad.
It happened in the episode where Gus comes out of remember Gus's the
Yes.
last
Yeah,
episode
yeah,
Gus
yeah.
was in, and he comes out of that room that exploded and he adjusts his tie.
Yeah.
I was just, and then he turns his head and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
I was like, I stood up straight and was screaming. I was just
Yes.
like, oh shit, that's what it is.
But
It's just
that's
you're so emotionally invested.
in this show, Delman will laugh at me because I'll literally be like, go, 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 no, like,
Yeah.
or like I'll be like, hell yeah, like I'll be like so into it,
got
and he's
you.
just like, what is wrong with
before
you?
Breaking
in.
Bad, I feel like Sopranos did that a little
Yeah,
bit
a
for
little
me
bit.
too, because Sopranos was just like fucking next level, really good, dramatic,
Mm-hmm.
cool shit. Nothing beats Breaking Bad for me yet, but I watched the first episode of Ozark. Did you guys see
Oh,
Ozark?
I loved it. I
I've
watched
heard
it
it's
through.
really good.
It's very good.
The first episode like fucked me up.
Yeah,
Like I was just
it
like,
will.
this is
Then-
like Breaking Bad on crack.
it
like
will,
this,
and it
this
continues
is
to
like
get
crazy.
worse and worse with that.
Yeah.
Like, so just to,
I-
for-
it's
it
just-
it's
was
a dark
great.
show,
It's a
right?
dark
It's
show.
very dark. The first episode is like there's so many deaths that just happen, and you're just like, this is very real and fucked up.
It's
gonna go
also
check
one
it
of
out.
those
Yeah,
that
it's
like
real good.
because
It's on Netflix.
Bateman's in it and he's so
He's
good
always
in it,
good,
and he's
yeah.
I mean so is Laura Linney. Like she's so good at, but Bateman's in it, and it's a weird thing in your brain because he's just so likable that like you're kind of like. Why I'm like trying to shake the likability of him because he's just making insane choices, and he's really quite good in it. Like he's very good.
Well,
in
he's
it.
good in everything.
He's great in everything,
so
but
good.
it's just one of those where you're like, it's not something that you normally see him in, and it's very good. But I'm telling you right now, that Handmaid's Tale will be one of those that you'll just be like,
yeah.
good.
I'm ready for it.
You have like
um,
20 episodes, at least 30 maybe, to catch
so
up
much.
on.
There's so
you gotta
much
do it.
crap to watch. We got to run a company, guys. There things that come to my mind immediately. Again, Breaking Bad moments. The moment with Hank.
Yeah.
At the end of his arc, right before
Yeah,
that
man.
goes is really
ASAC
hard.
Schrader. My name's ASAC Schrader.
It's just like he's already made his choice. Oh, tough stuff.
I miss
And-
Bryan Cranston. I do.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
great.
I'm sure he's around
He's fine.
overacting somewhat. No, I'm joking. I love him a lot.
Absolutely.
He was great in Isle of Dogs.
Oh I
need
like
to see that.
playing Isle of
It was great.
Dogs.
Game of Thrones is filled with those types of moments.
Yes.
The one that was just that hit me the hardest was just pure violence, but I feel like the storytelling and the filmmaking leading up to the moment was perfection, and that was the Viper in the Mountain, the fight.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
It's just they
So
set
crazy.
it up so perfectly. We were all on the side of the Viper, like we all felt it. I feel
Yeah.
I feel like you're talking about sports. I think we were all on the side
Yeah,
of a
and
team, and
we all were like, we're
screaming.
gonna do this. We're gonna
we
win.
Had it.
Yeah.
We got the goal. We were up by 20.
Well, and
then
it was gonna-
and then they just take it from
and
you.
it was to decide Tyrion's fate
Yes.
too,
Who we all
who
love
you all
now.
love, and you're
Yep.
like, great. If
Yep.
this works out, Tyrion's great. But it's just so many things happen,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because that guy died.
So like,
just like, oh,
so they
fuck.
they pull the rug out from under us in that moment, and then they don't sugarcoat it. The
No.
way that guy goes is so violent, and it's all the things that
It's what it is that it's that visceral thing, and there's
It made Tarantino look like a Disney movie
Dude,
for
it
a
totally
moment.
did. There's a few moments in The Handmaid's Tale too where they like show stuff that you're like, why am I looking at this? Like it's those
That-
things where,
Whoa, what was that?
baby,
Oh, is everybody okay?
you're all right. I'm all
that
right.
Okay, good,
moment
good.
specifically, and I think it sticks with us as humans, is because they were like they were pulling him
Yes.
apart on every level that connects us to us. So like you see teeth go, and then you think about,
Yeah.
oh God, that's that's
Yeah, the
one
teeth
of,
just
that's
got
one of
thrown
my
into
senses, and then the eyes, and you're like, that's another thing that makes
then
that
the
guy
skull.
him, and
Well,
then
you
boom.
just hear the blood curdling scream.
And it,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like, and the effects are so real looking
Yes,
too. It's not
yeah.
like cheesy. Like
No, man.
whenever you've seen something like that happen, it's usually like a funny like action movie, like where it's not meant
Yeah.
to be funny, but the effect looks so
Yep.
silly that you're like
So
you
good.
can't help but laugh. This was just like I just watched a fucking live leak video of
Yes.
someone get their head crushed.
Yeah.
That's like if my kids would have walked down the stairs and saw that moment, I'd be like, great, well,
Well,
I'm gonna have
sorry about
17
that.
conversations a day for the next
Yeah,
3 months.
get ready for therapy.
Yeah, here's your
Big time.
put money away, stock it away.
And the red wedding did it. Like all of those moments really stick with you.
But there are those I'm just telling you, for this show, I'm gonna pitch it consistently because it is one of those that shakes me so much. But there are those moments in this where you're just like, I haven't seen anything like this on television ever in
Yeah.
my life, ever in my.
We're
ever.
living in a great time for
We are
TV
living
for
in
sure.
Such a good time
Yeah,
for TV.
Yeah,
It
it really
really
is. I mean,
is.
think about how like, what did we have
That
back?
being
Like
said,
fucking
that
Northern
being said-
Exposure
oh,
and
God,
like.
I love it. But that being said, I don't know any actual TV shows like on television that I feel that way about. I mean,
There
HBO is
definitely
the
are
only
some
one.
that we're not currently thinking.
Well,
I think the
No.
new Star Trek show is pretty
Oh,
good.
it's incredible. I've seen it. That being okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all CBS All Access.
I mean, but it is on CBS.
People love
But
the
it's
Orville, and I
incredible.
haven't seen that yet.
What?
It's okay.
People
It's-
love
it's-
it.
I don't
What
like
what
it.
show?
You're not a fan? Orville?
Orville.
Oh, I
It's
haven't
bad.
seen it.
It's actually really bad. Especially if I have seen every single episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation at least thrice, if not 4 times. I'm a huge fan, and I know exactly what he's trying to do with it, and it's just not missing. It's just missing.
I
the
think.
mark.
I mean,
have to
obviously,
check
this
it
isn't
out.
like
Yeah.
powerful television, but Rick and Morty is very good.
you're
and,
right.
like, there's
That
good
is-
TV. There's just
that is great.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's also, what I'm
fucking
talking about is like
Westworld.
Yeah.
yeah, but those are all HBO. Those are all
Okay,
I'm
okay. You're talking about
like,
network
I'm talking about
television.
network television. Like when was the last time a network television
Bob's
cable show?
Burgers.
I mean, network television.
true.
I feel
a
like-
great show.
But I mean, like network television isn't meant to be like
No.
like that.
You're
I mean,
right.
HBO gets to do like Netflix gets to do very violent, real, gritty.
Yeah.
Well, in CBS All Access, they actually had the first F-bomb, like in the Star
Ah.
Like he like actually curses, which is never.
Well, it's because they went to Planet Fuck.
One you can't. You have to call it Planet
could you
Fuck.
imagine?
When NASA one day.
they get down.
We've
like,
named this
"It's
planet.
actually Planet Fook.
We found a
No, it's
planet.
pronounced fuck, actually.
Fook. We've lived here for years. We call
Scientists
it.
have found a new habitable planet. It is just as habitable as Earth, and we can travel there in about 15 years, and we don't have to. And it's this perfectly sustainable
Yes,
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What are we calling it?
Well, we're calling it Fuck.
Occupy fuck.
Planet Fuck. All right.
Steve, we've talked about this once before, but I'm going to bring it up because I think it still affects me.
Yeah.
The last episode of David the Gnome,
Oh yeah, man.
when we were children,
Yeah.
was
And
this,
dinosaurs.
yeah, that one's real. dark.
Dinosaurs is like, what the fuck are you
let's-
doing?
Let's
Oh,
get
it
to
was
that in a second.
Horrible.
Yeah.
David the Gnome
I
was
never
an
saw it.
like it ran for like 2 seasons. It was a Swedish television show, animated. Live in happy home. But it's about these gnomes that lived in the forest. And
I think it was
on
like a Canadian show.
It was
that
a Swedish,
moved to
and it came over,
Nickelodeon.
and then it was on Nickelodeon, and we all watched as kids during whatever crap we were doing during the day, and then all of a sudden, little Steve and little Joe, as children, sit down to watch David the Gnome, and all of a sudden, in this last episode, it's all about David and his wife and their family friend who go off into the forest to die.
To die, yeah.
To die.
And become trees.
And become trees.
And they're like hugging everyone and saying goodbye to their friends.
No.
And stuff.
They have-
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and
It was like euthanasia, or it was like it was like assisted suicide.
It
basically
created a fold in my brain that is now just David the Gnome. Like that moment
God.
is stuck with me, and I'll go and watch it probably once a year online, just because I remember the feelings it made me feel.
Dinosaurs was worse
very
because
much. I remember that.
Yeah, because it was just like
no.
Well, they were like, it was a wacky show, and it was super slapsticky and funny, and
that's
like,
also the truth
not
of-
the mama, like
Yeah.
was such a catchphrasey type sitcom-y thing, and then they just all gather around the TV and watch as the asteroid is like
Asteroid.
heading towards Earth,
They're all
and they all
dying.
just kind of like huddle each other on the couch, and they just look real like scared at the TV, and then it just cuts to
But it
black.
was also a metaphor for like humanity, because they were like, we brought this on ourselves.
Yeah.
And like it was all about like it was global
Wait, did
warming
The
in a
Sopranos
sense. and-
steal their end from dinosaurs?
No. This Sopranos is a different ending for
I
sure.
don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah.
Cut to
real
black.
dark and gross.
It
so
just-
dark and gross.
It was just like, we're all gonna die, kids. Huddle close together with your family.
Yeah.
It's like they're all just staring at the TV and they're like, well, here we go. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Valleycast. Of course, if you want to become a patron and listen to these episodes on Mondays as opposed to Thursdays for the rest of you, you can go to patreon.com/the Valleyfolk. And also, as a Patreon member, as a member of our Patreon, you get a full and complete video version of the podcast.
true.
Unedited.
And so you get every little mistake, every little problem, everything we cut out for the highlight video for YouTube, which is a lot of fun. So
yeah, it is a lot of fun.
And right now, if you go sign up on our Patreon, you'll also get
Our
the
pilot!
pilot that we
That's
just released.
right.
You
Our
get to watch our pilot.
Our
That's
22-minute show with like 7 different bits in it. It's a variety show. We really would like you to give it a gander and give us some feedback.
Yeah, that will end up being our weekly show we'll put out on YouTube eventually. And but yeah, we put out the pilot. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it.
And we want to know what
I'm
you
very
guys
excited
think.
about it. Yeah.
I think that's great.
And head over to dftba.com and pick up some swag at our mercantile. We got decals, and we got enamel
lady.
pins and t-shirts, and people are posting the t-shirts online right
I
now,
know,
and
they're
they
so
look
cute.
good.
They look great.
They look
Everyone looks good
great.
wearing the
I love
Valleyfolk
them.
shirts.
Thank you for your support. We really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening, and hopefully next time there'll be all 4 of us, which would be a lot of fun. And I apologize for that. And but yeah, well, thanks for listening.
I love it.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.